Hello, everyone. Welcome to Global Migrant Festival. I am Yolanda. I'll be a moderator for this session for the letters from Taiwan. We have three of our panelists today here. We have Sri, Erin, and Chen Chang from Taiwan. Let me start by an introduction for our panelists. Erin Sumarsini, a.k.a. Erin Cipta, worked in Taiwan from 2012 until 2015 as a caregiver. She writes poems, short stories, and popular articles for Indonesian magazines published in Taiwan. She won the Merit Award on Taiwan Literature Award for Migrants twice in 2014 and 2015. And after going back to Indonesia, she continues writing for local media as a freelancer. And she published her novel Colors in 2017 and also one children's book about mathematicians in 2018. Now she lives in a village with her family while opening a public library in her hometown in central Java. Our next panelist is Sri Lestari. She is an Indonesian migrant worker in Taiwan, and she's studying communication in Universitas Terbuka, Taiwan. This year, she won the Taiwan Literature Award for Migrants. The next panelist is Chen Chang. He is the co-founder of Four-Way Voice Monthly, 四方报, 2006, and which is the biggest Southeast Asia media in Taiwan. He's also the founder of Grandma Bridge Plan from 2011 to 2015, Singing in Taiwan, and Taiwan Literature Award for Migrants since 2014. In 2015, Chen Chang also found an event called Bringing Back Books That You Cannot Read, and founded Southeast Asia themed bookstore, Brilliant Times. He dedicated himself to improving the understanding between migrants and locals and building a diverse, friendly society. So next, I just would like Chen Chang to also give a very quick introduction to Taiwan Literature Award, the history, and also the mission.
And there's a new news is this year is the last year of the Literature Award for Migrant in Taiwan. You know, I told you or not yet. 我们今年要结束，今年是最后一届移民工文学奖。This year is the last one, Taiwan Literature Award for Migrants. This year is the 7th. We begin from 2014, 7 years ago. At the beginning, we only collect the article from Taiwan. We invite migrant workers and married migrants right in their mother tongue, in Bahasa Indonesia, in Vietnamese, in Thailand, in Tagalog. And this year, we invite all migrants everywhere in Asia. And they can write, of course, Bahasa, Thailand, Vietnamese, and we had more languages, Myanmar. But there are two winners in our award this time. Yeah, Erin and City. Yeah, very happy to see you. But because we are a little tired, we hold this award for 7 years, and next year we will take a rest. Maybe not. Maybe we are not sure we will we will not take this literature award again. But I'm very honored and very happy, and many thanks to all of you to support. And Yolanda once be our judge. 2 years ago, we invited Yolanda to Taiwan to be our judge. Uh, but even literature award in Taiwan we finished. But I'm happy to see Shivaji and Yolanda they go on to hold the migrant festival in Singapore. And if I can support what I can do. Yeah.
Thanks so
So
much, Shenshang. It's so sad to hear that you will stop this initiative because I think it has encouraged so many migrant workers to write and even sort of I think they were inspired to change the course of their life. I'm also very eager to hear about Erin's experience in what prompted her to open a public library. But having said that, I think I fully understand that there could be other priorities, or you might want to run other initiatives and along the way. So yeah, I'm sure you will continue to support the migrant workers community in Taiwan as well. So as for next in our conversation, I would like to invite the winners of our, migrant poetry or migrant literature award, Sri and Erin, to recite some of your work. So maybe can I invite Sri to start with maybe part of your work to share with the audience here?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cheng Chang. We last week ever meet in Fang. Sorry. So Nan Fang. Oh yeah. I just forgot the place. Nan Fang. Yeah. So sad if I heard that Taiwan Literature Award for Migrants is maybe next year is no more, and I think it's really sad. But I maybe I can understand the situation. And I will read my story that won in Taiwan Literature Award for Migrant 2000, 2020. So the title is Sripon and Fairy Tale That Might Be Wrong. This fairy tale is a story for a place that everything was in green. The thick forest was still green with monkeys hanging from the branches. The plants in the rice field were like green rocks in the fairy tale of Thousand and One Night of Aladdin. Things I remember were the cow and buffalo dunks scattered along unpaved gravel roads. Cows and buffaloes would graze in the early morning before they burned the fields. Trust me, the smell of cow dunks was sweet, mixed with the smell of weeds and the smell of latu. The place was called Puguh. It means farm in Indonesian. The story began over there, from the building of walls with thatched roof and bamboo walls, from the smell of kitchen smoke that burst when the rice was cooked, then the smell of the fragrant groundwater that it could be immediately scooped from the river's flow. There were family harmony before a dream that would change everything. It's still foggy in the smell of cow dung everywhere in Pugu, including Sipon house with bamboo walls and thatched roof. The ground floor was cracked in the dry season and then muddy in the rainy season, made Pariam even stranger to live. She warned Sripon and her brother Kaman not to smell cow dungs while eating and not to smell mud when they were about to pray. Pariam left when Sripon was 5 years old. The little girl stood in the rotten mahogany doorway that the termite had eaten up in the grave. Her heart was full of questions. Why did mother go out in the rainy day? Sripon was a teenager. Puguh was different. The house had tile roof and some had large plates on them. Many wooden walls were turned into brick. Many of the dirt floor were turned into shiny tiles, and many stables were without cows. Almost every house had a motorcycle. Pugu was like the world that full of competition. every house want to be different and to be riches. However, some were lamb, Pugo was born without woman. Gentlemen were cooking, some washed, some went to market, and the world turned upside down so fast. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sri, for sharing your writing. Can I now also invite Erin to share one piece of your work? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Same with Sri, maybe I'm one of them that very sad that here a Taiwan Literature Award will be end, but it's okay. I can understand. And because that event is you can say that is my turning point of my life, because before, my life in Taiwan is so hard, and writing is only the way how I express my emotion. So Taiwan Literature Award is something that make my way to come out. This reading make me free. You can remember that sentence, okay? But it's okay.
My email name is reading makes me free. It's still your sentence.
Oh. Okay, and today I will recite one of my short story that before I write also for Taiwan Literature Award, and this is the little part. I think this is the most important part of that story. Originally, it is written in Indonesian, in Bahasa Indonesia, but I tried to translate in English, and I will read it now for you. Dua belahan jiwa, or two soulmates. It has been almost 2 years my husband passed away. Damar now is getting bigger. He grew up to be an healthy child, even though we always lived modestly. He was a happy boy, pleasing to anyone around him, as if he knew that her mother had to work for living. He never fussed if he had to be left at home with her grandmother. Without a husband, I have to be a backbone of this family. My parents don't have their own rice field to work on. If occasionally the father works on the fields, it is leased land which is very limited in time. I do odd jobs, become a part-time maid for a rich family, or sometimes take a job peeling shallots belonging to a local food factory. This last job is the what I take the most, because I can take this job at home and do it while raising Damar. But the essential oil in shallot that burst from peeled one often makes my eyes sting. It also makes Damar dislike being around me, which is smell very bad. Why are you crying? My son asked innocently. Got the salad, son. These salads emit gas that makes eyes stinging, I replied, wiping away my tears. Mama, don't cry. Damar hugged my body with a sad face. At first, I wasn't crying over anything. Only because of this shallot my tears flowed. But after my son hugged like this, the tears come out even more. And these are not shallow tears. I cried for real. Lot of things come to mind about the past, the happy time when my husband was still around, about the present, the time when I was struggling so hard to support myself, when my child needed a lot of attention and the presence of parents, when my father and mother were getting older and shouldn't be working hard in the fields like this that didn't belong to them, and the future, which is completely pitch black. Thank you. It's enough for now.
Thank you, Erin, for sharing this very moving story. And just now also you mentioned that your experience before Taiwan and after Taiwan, that your life has changed and it was a turning point. So I'm very curious, and for both, I think the question will be addressed to both yourself and also Sri. Could you tell us more about your experience in Taiwan, and also how it actually made itself a turning point for yourself specifically?
Actually, I was I live in Taiwan is maybe 6 year, around 6 year in Taiwan, and this year is my twice second time I won Taiwan Literature Award for Migrant. It's a very, what is called, maybe it's a good, very experience, very nice experience that I get in when I in Taiwan, when I get in Taiwan, because every day I have to go to work from 7 to 7, almost 1 week, and only 1 day off every week, and it's so tired. I was working the nursing home that take care the elder, the maybe it's called elder with a bad condition. It's not look like elder that can walking. No. I take care the bad one. So like Erin said, writing is make me free. I can write everything that in my mind, and I can tell the story to everyone. That's very nice thing that I ever have in Taiwan, because we have so few day off in here, so less day off in Taiwan. Uh, for my job is formal like me. I have only maybe like the others. I have 6 or 8 day off every month, but maybe I need more time to get day off. I talk to my boss as, but it's difficult because so many migrant worker in Taiwan didn't have their day off. Almost 3 years in Taiwan they were work, and that's so many friends of me have that situation. So I think Taiwan give me so many experience, so many teach me so many things. When we have to be strong, far away from family, and we have no one here. We have only friend that could be our family, that could be our relative. So, uh, so many things is different from before and now, but it teach us to be strong in here. I think it's just that. That's only that. Thank you.
It's really nice to hear, teaching us to be strong. Yeah. How about you, Erin?
Okay. Before I go to Taiwan, that's my life in Indonesia is not so good. So you can say that I'm failed, but I came to Taiwan without confidence for the first time. I lost my self-esteem. I feel failed. And then when I work to Taiwan, I work in one house that I'm not asking for holiday, and they are not giving me even single day for almost 2 years. That my first holiday is when I present to the award giving ceremony in Tainan before, because of that invitation from Mr. Cheng. So that is the new experience, I think, because for the whole 2 years my work is only house, and then throwing a garbage to the market, coming back, and like that repeatedly. My employer was good. They are giving me food and clothes and everything fully. That's my right. My salary also is full, but they are not giving me holiday because Akong that I take care is need 24 hours care. But I can accept that because they are giving me opportunity to read their book. They have a lot of book in English, and then I can read that. Some sometimes Ama also is bringing me back from the office, because Ama's office is near to the Indonesian store, and she buy for me the Indonesian magazine. From that magazine, from that, I think that's Indosuara or something. I forgot. Is it right, Indosuara or
Yeah.
Indos?
Indonesia.
Yeah, Indosuara, I think. That is
Time.
that is one Indonesian magazine that is Ama sometimes bring me back from Indonesian store, and then I read, and then continuously I write also for that magazine. And then after that, I come to Taiwan Literature Award. That is for the first time I come. Then because I got a friend from that uh, Indosuara, uh, they call it I think FLP. That's Forum Lingkar Pena from Taiwan. That's before Kwan Ami and Justo. That is asking me to write for the Taiwan Literature Award. And then the first time I win that, Ama and Akong didn't believe that. They don't believe that I can write, because what time you can write, because you always work from morning to evening, even to night, and then you sometimes you one day full you cannot handle anything, even for praying. I have to, just a little time for myself, the time for myself. But I can write, because reading and writing is only the way to relax my soul, to relax my mind. It is very hard to work in Taiwan. But I think because from the beginning, I come to Taiwan because I want to change my life. I want to be to be better when I come back to Indonesia, because I left my children in the house, and then I don't want to be failed. So I try my best. Even so, my employer doesn't give me a holiday. It is okay for me, as long as I can earn money and then fix my life in Indonesia. But now I can come back to Indonesia, and you can say that I can fix my life. I can also empower myself to be useful for the community. I can open a library in Indonesia. That is because the influence of the people that I meet in Taiwan. The one of them is a library that Brilliant Times Library. That is changed my life a lot, changed my mind a lot, changed my view a lot. That's all. That's my experience in Taiwan.
Thanks so much for sharing, Erin. When you say the Brilliant Times Library changed your view and your life, how
Yes.
did it happen? Can you share a bit more?
Because before I go to Taiwan, I have a lot of book in house, but I use it for myself. When I see Brilliant Times people sharing that book for everyone, that even though that is different nationality with them, it's sharing with us Indonesian. They are caring for others, and when we are caring to others, we can get more in return, and then maybe the reward is not some material, something that you can see, but this happiness, you can feel that in your heart. So I can feel that in Indonesia. Then in Taiwan also, I meet a lot of friends that have one mission. So we just discuss with our friend to collect our a bit salary to buy a book, and then opening together in Indonesia. That's all.
Wow. So, Sri, how was your reading experience in Taiwan as well? Since you had found a lot of meaning in reading and writing as well.
It's not really good here in my nursing home, because I was living dormitory, and in my room have eight women. We live together with small bed. So when I want to read my book, they turn off the light, because they said, "Oh, it's 10 o'clock, so we have to sleep. So how can I can read my book? It's so hard to me. So when I get day off, I go to 7-Eleven or maybe go to family mart, and I took my book. I do my tasks in my university too in 7-Eleven or family mart, and maybe uh, I can use my time in day off or whole day in family on 7, because they have toilet, they have Wi-Fi, and they have so many food, so I can stay for one day in there without turn off the light. So um, yeah, because live with so many women, so many girls in one place is it's not really good because there's no one look like me. There's no one like reading book. They just like Facebook. There's like TikTok now. They dancing, and oh, no. I said no because I didn't use TikTok, so I don't want to try because I think I cannot dance well like them. So I just like read and write, but to get that time is so difficult for me. So I have find a new solution how I can read, how I can do my tasks or everything. Yeah, so 7-Eleven or Family Mart, that's my solution in here.
Wow, that sounds really challenging. So even if you, as I hear two challenges. One is that how you can access to the good reading material, which Zhengchang's Brilliant Times can provide the resources, and other people are chipping in to help. But then on the other hand is the time, right? Like time and the venue where you can read could even be a challenge. So that's really not easy to keep up this
Yeah.
habit. Yeah, wow. So next, can I invite both of you to again recite as a short piece of your work? Can we start with Sri again and then Erin?
Okay. Wait. Okay, this is the next part. Sripon was a teenager. Uguh was different. The house has tiled roof and some have large blades on them. So Puguh was not green anymore. One by one, the teak trees fell and the monkeys had long been used to roast satay. Gravel roads replaced asphalt. Rice fields were still green, but there were no buffalo. The tractor roared and plowed in the fields. Only the cows' dung were sometimes left dry and dry on the asphalt road. Puguh metamorphosed into unfamiliar and noisy place. Indian music was heard roaring loudly from the neighboring wall house. Also, there were always passing motorbikes of various brands to enliven in the morning until night. The village had even owned a Toyota sedan because his wife had been in Hong Kong for 10 years. Father left hastily after pocketing the money from selling the three shutters. The window had also given Panjer. The day after tomorrow, the solstice door would be taken by buyer. Sripon house was no longer worthy of being called a home. No windows, no doors, no walls, no supports. There's no difference between a former cow she next door and the house she lived in. Only a bamboo wall covered Kaman and her room. Everything had been opened, and all the eyes of the neighborhood were free to disarm the situation that the subject of their daily gossip. You must go to Taiwan now. Find your mother and send money quickly. Father was angry. Nothing could be solved but his doctor. By offering Sripon to the sponsor, the father received 4 billion severance pay. Sripon boy trembled, enduring all the roar of anger that she had hidden from childhood. She wanted to go to school. She wanted to be smart. And of course, she didn't want to go to Taiwan. Nothing could go against fate, but was the new rule in Puko. It was the fate of the women and girls that they had to be employed abroad, while the fathers were ongkang waiting for the shipment. Men like were negligee and Puko, and women and girls was like never been born into the world. Where's the mother? Where's, where's the wall, pillar, windows, and door? Why did girls have to go to Taiwan? Why didn't father do so? Why was father doing that? Why was Puku to be like this? It's raining heavily for 3 days and night in Puku. Since Ripon left in the afternoon, Kaman was handed in his window's likely room. His body was half wet with a shabby sarung wrapped around his body. He, want, he was 10 years old at that time, and the boy had not to take care of himself after his father really never come home. The figure of mother was never known because Pariam left when she was a baby. The only thing he knew that the frameless photo of the woman that her sister stuck behind the doors of his room was his mother. Sribon had never asked a question. She silent all her question when her feet tread on the shabby Jakarta. She did not blame his mother for never coming home and sending news. Why should go home for such a father? She also never had a desire to go home. Now and then when she missed Kaman, she would call his only a younger brother who have no graduate from high school. Kaman didn't need to go to Taiwan, didn't worry too much. After all, he was a man. He would he would not be sought abroad. Misfortune was only for girl, and Sripon had only cursed in her entire life. She cursed her destiny as a woman who in Pugo fairy tale had to become a soko for her family. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri. Erin, you could start.
Okay, thank you. I will continue for the short story that I read before. Mom, I left Damar. It's up to you what you want to do. We can just we can't just live like this. There is nothing. I'm helpless in this village. Finally, these words come out. I have to get out of the circle for a wish. My strength will not last forever, while Damar is getting bigger and demands a lot of needs. Even though this is the last option, but I make it full conscious. Becoming a migrant worker was never imagined. Although around me there were many women who took it. I was stretched by relatives and neighborhood who had first migrated to another continent. The job of being a laborer in foreign country is not as terrible as I imagined. I don't mind, Han. The important thing, you take care of yourself well. Mother will take care good of Damar. Isn't all this for the sake of your child? My mother said. Damar, Damar, Damar. My baby boy is who makes me suddenly have double the strength and courage. For the sake of the child, I'm willing to even cross the river of fire. So I thought, what's the meaning of 1,000 kilometers and 1,000 days apart from him if at the end of all there is a hope awaits? Taiwan is still on the same earth. Everything will be all right. That's how I every time try to convince myself, passing it all with joy. I didn't want to the I didn't want the good intention I had from the beginning to fall away because I couldn't help but want to always to be close to Damar. Even so, my tears still split out when the day of depart arrived. Ironically, Damar, who saw me crying, was still happy. Maybe he thought his mother was crying because of the essential oil that came out from the peeled shallot. His tiny mouth was still chattering cheerfully. He didn't mind when I said I would leave. Tomorrow, when Mom come home, Damar wants to buy a kite. We fly together in the back rice field. He chirped cheerfully, ignoring my falling tears. I can't linger like this, allowing myself to hug him for too long when I was leaving would probably weaken my own confidence and strength. I handed Damar to my mother, who also shrunk the corner of her eyes with the shabby clothes that wrapped her body. I wiped dry the remaining tears. I don't want to cry anymore in front of Damar. I offered the widest smile when I hugged him and said goodbye. Damar is still happy. He even waved loudly until the pickup car that took me was lost around the corner. My heart is broken so badly. Enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Erin. Thanks both for the lovely stories. And I would like to ask you two of you one question. So both of you have won the Taiwan Migrant Literature Award. Could you tell us what does it mean to you, winning this award, and also has it changed in terms of, what you want to achieve with your writing from that point downwards?
Maybe Sri first, please. Mhm.
So winning the award is mean everything for me. So when I call my mom, my mommy, she's so happy and she asked me, "Really, you can do that?" I think she never knew me well because she never trusts me when I can read or I can write well. She just really, no, 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 you just lied to me. She said like that. Even I already sent my prize, my trophy, when 2016 when I won first time in Taiwan Literature Award for migrant. She's still believing me and said, "Oh, this price. I think you maybe made it or something." Because in my family, I'm older. I have one brother and one sister. They like writing, and my sister like writing, and she's a teacher in the junior high school. She have a good salary. My mom still uh in my mom mind, to be a teacher, work in Indonesia is better than go abroad to Taiwan to be a migrant worker like me. Because she said, you have a 6 year in Taiwan and you just send me a trophy, and some certificate when you win something. Can you send me something better? My mom said, you can go home now and find a good job in Indonesia. But I think I'm not ready. I still not ready, because to be a migrant worker like me, we have a salary here, we have something here to live, but when we have to go back to Indonesia, we have to think twice. What will I have to do in Indonesia? How I earn some money for my family, because I have a son. He's a teenager now. He need a lot of some money for his life, and I don't have a father, so I have to take care of my mom too. So this Taiwan Literature Award for Migrant is really have so much meaning for me, for myself, because Mr. Chang and all in over there, so give me, not only give me some prize, not only give me something, but just really give me some experience. So when I come back to Indonesia, I can be so proud and show to my mom, "Hi mom, this is your Nakti, your Nakti doctor that you still didn't believe that she can write well." That means so meaning to me. Thank you, Mr. Chang. Thank you a lot. Yes, I think it's only that.
Erin, please.
As I mentioned before, that I came to Taiwan beginning with my lack of self-esteem. You know, before I go to Taiwan, I love to read, I love to write, but I never imagined that I can write this good. I think, I like to write, but I don't know that I can write this good. I can write that uh, everybody or a lot of people can read and then feel touched. I never imagined like that, because before I just writing for my hobby, for my leisurely. But when life, I think because life is press me, life is give me pressure. So my, something inside my myself is come out, and that is happened in Taiwan. And that is happened the moment that when I meet the Taiwan Literature Award. So after that, I always keeping that spirit. I always keep that, okay, I can do this. I can do this better. So when I came to Indonesia also, I'm not proving to anyone. I just prove to myself that I can do better. I can give something that my child uh, could be proud of me as their mother. So I just give them the trophy as not the physically trophy, but this is your mother's proof to myself, to herself, that I can cross the boundaries. You can, so you can do the better one. Then when I come, when I come home, I just keep that one. I keep writing, so I can show to my children I can write another book. This is my novel that published by uh what you call that, by a mainstream, by a major publishing. And then,
Wow.
yeah, that's my another one. This is also is another children book. This book, that another one is together with my friend, but this one is my solo book. I think this is I can make this as a legacy for my children. And what my achievement I can get today is beginning when I get pressed, when I get uh, I think I was born again when I was in Taiwan. I think that's my second born, my second birth when I was in Taiwan. So I can say no more than I just, I don't know. I don't have enough word to describe how Taiwan and the moment that I uh, passed there is changed my life and influence in my life also. It's very 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 big difference before I come to Taiwan and be when I'm in Taiwan and after I come back to Indonesia. It's very very different. So the people that know me from the beginning maybe can see the difference, but you can, what you can see me now, it's very different uh, from what you can see me in 10 years ago. And then I don't know, I don't, I can say no more, because you know, it's undescribable for me. It's something that I can explain more than, I don't know, maybe thank you is not enough for you all in Taiwan. But you know, that the point is I can proud to myself, and I will say to my children, you can reach uh, more than your mother if you can, if you will try. But
And
just don't be afraid to be pressed to live your life. That's all.
thank you,
Thank you.
Erin. Thank you. I think you have also proven that you are also an inspiration by opening a library in the village. So, can you share very quickly,
Yes.
in terms of who are the visitors of your library and what kind of impact you hope to
Oh,
achieve, with your library there?
yeah. Uh, before my house is because I live in a rural area. It's in a village, very small village, and the people here is not getting a lot of entertainment. They are only getting from television, and sometimes the television program is not so supported for the children. They are only seeing some infotainment and then some uh, soap opera like that. It is not good for their education. So when I open a library, and a friend of mine also is donating a children book for my library, so I can just give alternative entertainment for the children. And after that, the children is start to love the book, and then start to courage their self to, to know more, to learn more. So maybe my house is becoming they said it's enlightenment house. That's all.
Wow, Enlightenment House. I feel like actually Chang Chang's Brilliant Times is also like an enlightenment house.
Yeah.
And also like this library and many other initiatives, and people keep on writing the migrant workers having more, inspiration in their life, like two of you have described. I think all these are the contribution from the Migrant Literature Award, and also many other initiatives that Mr. Chen Chang has worked on, right? So maybe I think just now, I think we all heard that sad news that the Literature Award will at least stop for now. Maybe can I invite Mr. Chen Chang to also share with us what are some of the reasons? Is it related to COVID or personal, priorities shift right now? And what are your other plans in the future, about similar initiatives?
I have no other plan. Why we stop the literature award? Just because we are tired. Yeah. 7 years. Our staff do that. We do our best. Even many not good enough, but we do our best. And I want to say, just Erin and Sally, you two say, maybe so touched. I'm so touched, almost crying. And I'm so lucky, and I'm very proud of that I can do these things. Because I believe in almost 1 million migrants in Taiwan. I believe there are many people like you like Erin, like Siri. They are different. You are like diamond. We try to find out the diamond, and want to thank you, and want to tell the Taiwanese people they are not only migrant workers do some 3D difficult, dirty, lower labor. They have another side in their inside, in their mind, in your mind. Many brilliant thing in your mind, in your heart. And be a Taiwanese, I think we should thank you all. Thank you all. If there are so many migrants come to Taiwan, Taiwan will not be a good place, because you support us, take care our elder people, help our building something. If you didn't come to here, Taiwan will be not now. So what I do, and I and Yun Zhang and my staff do, is do what we think we should do. That we should thank you. But why we stop? Because we are only human being, and we're a little tired. Yeah, and I have another job. Yunzhang have another job. Yating, they have another plan. They, she get married and and very healthy is not very good. So I think we can stop now and waiting some other day or some other group, some other organization. They can do something more things, and what they want to do, I don't know. I have my limit. I have my limit. But this 7 years, we collect enough, not enough. We collect many wonderful article, novel, essay, like you two say, like you two writing. We recently I told everyone we will stop this and welcome to study us, study your article, and through your article, Taiwanese or everyone can understand what the the experience of migrant, and know what are you thinking, what are you feeling. I hope everyone can treat each other equal and know each other and don't do bad things. We can do it. We can treat each other better. I want to thank you, Yolanda, very much, and Shivaji, hold this meeting. Make me this Sunday very happy and very touched, and so happy to see Siri and Erin again. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I think 7 years is a very, very long time. And I was fortunate to be in Taiwan last time as well to see the kind of effort that you have been doing in Taiwan and the community and the empowerment that has happened in the community. I feel like all this will have a very, very long lasting effect way beyond the 7 years or the visible years that we can see. So, and also all the books and the case studies and the lives that you have touched, right? I think that is the most amazing part. And even I'm feeling like tearing. So it's really very beautiful how, these volunteers work on such initiatives purely because you want to get the message out to the community to remove the stigma of migrants, for Taiwanese to recognize there are diamonds and they have other talents. And so for them to realize they have other talents, and that's so empowering and so touching. Yeah, it's amazing. So, and on ending on that note, once again, thank you all three of you for sharing your life stories and for having me to witness this a bit of a vulnerable but really happy and meaningful moment here. Can I ask you to also give some words to the audience of our Global Migrant Festival here?
Some words.
Yeah, so what you want to say to the audience of Global Migrant Festival? So the audience are people who are interested in, migrant topics, or people who are actually part of the global migrant worker community from all over the world.
I think Global Migrant Festival. Actually, I heard this event first time. So I try to learn about this festival. I think it's really good for us because we need some place or maybe something that care of us, listen to us, because to be a migrant worker, I say before, we so far away from our family, our parents, we alone here. We have to keep strong every day until finish, and sometimes happen bad thing to us, and if anything care of us, like some festival, like some event, like Taiwan Literature Award for migrant, or like migrant festival. I think it's really good. So maybe next year, and next year, it will held again. Thank you.
Sure. So just want to ask the reference program. Is there something that you want to say to them?
Okay. For me, this event is help just to, like Sri said, it make us feel there is someone listening us, because sometimes we need to take out something inside our mind, and then we have to we have something inside our mind, our heart, that we need to be listened. And then this even, I think this is give us that thing. So I just say thank you, because being a migrant worker is hard, because a lot of things we have to be, we go away from our family. Then it's for the mother, especially for a mother like me, that living children in the village, in our country, it's hard. So I think the moment like this, the event like this, it will help us to just to cure our sick inside our heart, like that. Thank you.
Like Erin said, I know, I can imagine being a migrant is very difficult things. What I can say is maybe reading and writing is a good way to make you feel comfortable. And we cannot really change the Singapore government or Taiwan government to treat migrant worker better, but you can treat yourself better. You can try to find a book, reading and writing something you are thinking, and make yourself stronger, and try to stable and focus on your moment. And we only keep the hope we will get a better tomorrow. Yeah. Good luck to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching the program at Global Migrant Festival. And please do watch our other programs as well, and watch the other events on our homepage as well as Facebook. Thank you.